Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm sitting down as promised and I'm doing another review on a new Covergirl eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to go in with the Covergirl Sunset palette. I used this shadow about a week ago off camera and I honestly was blown away by the pigmentation, about how easy it was to blend. I like this one better than the peach one I just reviewed. So I'm going to be doing an eyeshadow look with this to show you how to create a look. This palette also comes with 4 mattes and 4 shimmers, which I really like in an eyeshadow palette, how they give you equal amounts. That way you can really create a nice look, because it's too hard to try to create an eyeshadow look with just shimmers or just mattes. Some people like to throw a little shimmer in there. So I'm going to show you how to create a look with this palette. This one is not scented like the peach one. I also have the chocolate one. I'm going to do a review on that soon, and the really colorful one. I think I'll do that next because some people have asked me to do a look with that because they find it a little bit challenging. This palette is definitely very similar, the coloring, to the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Modern Renaissance palette, and it's also really kind of comparable to the Maybelline Burgundy bar. It has the same kind of shadows in it. Maybe if you can't afford to really buy the Modern Renaissance palette, I would definitely check this out because I think the coloring is very similar. Obviously, the pigmentation and the quality, it's probably a little bit better on the Modern Renaissance, but this one is definitely a good alternate decision. So I'm just going to get into the video and show you how to create a look using this palette. First, I'm going to set my eye with this matte beige color. This shade is very smooth and buttery, and there's like no fallout when you dip your brush in it. So that is super nice. I primed my eyes before with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer before I started this video. I'm just going to highlight underneath my brow using this really shimmery beige color. Okay, so for my crease, I'm going to use this shade here on the end. It's more of like a warm terracotta kind of color. So we're going to go in with this shade here. So I'm just going to start to work that into the crease. It just blends out really smooth and seamless. So I think this is a really nice matte. I think the last palette I also reviewed, the peach palette, had some really nice matte shades in it. So I really like this shade. I think it blends out really effortlessly and it's highly pigmented. I'm also going to take the same shade and smudge it underneath my lower lash line. So next I'm going to take this matte. This is a darker brown shade right here. Now I'm going to just work this on the very outer corner of my eye, and I'm not bringing it over whatsoever. So I'm just keeping this shadow basically right here on the outer corner, and we're just going to start to work that in. And I'm also going to pat some on too. We're going to work it in first with the fluffy brush. I'm going to take the little sponge applicator they give you in the palette, and I'm just going to dot some on the outer portion of my eye and just keep it right on the outer portion. Do not bring it over. And then you're just going to want to start to blend that all together. I'm also taking a tiny bit of that shade and I'm just putting it on the outer corner of my eye, just right here, and I'm not bringing it over. I'm just connecting kind of the outer edge we created up top with the lower portion of my eye. Okay, so next I'm taking this sparkly kind of pink shade here. With this color, I'm just going to focus this more in the middle of my eye. This shade's a little bit powdery, like when you tap your brush, make sure you kind of like tap it off back into the pan, but it's super highly pigmented. If you find the outer corner is not as dark as you want because maybe you've blended too far, you can take some more of that darker shade and pack it back into the corner. But you just want to make sure the two colors look like they're blended together and there's no harsh lines. In the inner corner, we're going to go in with this nice, really shimmery gold shade right here. Do you see how pigmented that is? I didn't even use any kind of setting spray with it, and I'm just patting it on by itself, and it's so creamy and pigmented. I absolutely love this shade. You're going to want to work that almost over all the way to the center. You just wanted to make sure everything just looks kind of smooth and blended. And then I like to take a little bit more of that sparkly pink color we just used, and I'm just going to go back over the middle just to really blend everything together and just to add a little bit more pink back into the middle. I'm also going to drag the same gold shade into the inner corners of my eye. So I'm going to use this brown eyeliner by Art Deco. This is the Mineral Eye Styler in number 59. It's a brown color, so we're going to go in I'm also going to take this liner and I'm going to pull it out a bit on the edge. I'm going to go back in with this little brush here and just kind of flick it out. I'm finding it hard to smudge the brown eyeliner on the ends. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the dark brown shade from this Burgundy Bar palette. Just going to go in with that and smudge it out because I find that's a lot easier than trying to flick out a long-lasting eye pencil. I'm just going to take the same eyeliner. I'm going to go up into the waterline up here. And I'm also going to go into the lower lash line and drag it in between those little lashes on the outer side. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Lise Watier. This is the Dramatique Waterproof Mascara. So I'm just going to go in and do a quick coat because I'm adding some nice false lashes. So next I'm adding a pair of Sali lashes. These are in the style Dreamer. To the lower lashes, I'm just going to add a coat of the Clinique Workout Mascara. Okay, so for the lip, I'm going to use the MAC Lip Liner in Soar. Also going to flick away my booger. For my lipstick, I'm going to use a Joe Fresh lipstick in the color Bear, and this is their cream formula. And because it's a little bit lighter than the lip liner, I'm going to take the lip liner again, put the color back in the lip. Okay, so this will be my finished look using the new CoverGirl True Naked Sunsets palette, and I can tell you that I think this palette is worth the buy 100%. If you're looking for a drugstore palette that contains warm shadows that are more on the burgundy side, I think you'll really enjoy this palette. In my honest opinion, it's very comparable to the Maybelline Burgundy Bar palette. It's comparable in the pigmentation, very comparable. And to be a little bit honest with you, I really think that if you're debating between these two palettes, you need to go with this one because this one contains 4 mattes and 4 shimmers, and this one basically only has pretty much 2 mattes, and then the rest are shimmers. So if you're more mature and you don't want a ton of shimmer on your eye, then definitely check out this because you can make a nice eye look work with this palette because of the mattes that are included. So I think that this one would be better for more of a mature eye, and then this is great if you just want a lot of shimmer and a lot of sparkle and you want to create some like crazy looks. This is great, but this one, in my opinion, is more practical and it's more wearable. So that is my verdict on the comparison between these two. But overall, I think it's a great palette. I think it's worth your buy. And if you see it at the drugstore, you definitely should check it out because it's one of the better drugstore palettes I've definitely used. Okay, so this will be the end of my video. I hope you guys did enjoy the tutorial. And if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.